we are trading in cryptocurrency market. What is our main purpose? What is our main purpose to trade in cryptocurrency market? What is your purpose? You can share your purpose. Why are you not trading in some other commodity, in some other goods or services? Why are you trading in cryptocurrency? What is
Are
your
purpose.
trading in cryptocurrency market? What is our main purpose? What is our main purpose to trade in cryptocurrency market? What is your purpose? You can share your purpose. Why are you not trading in some other commodity, in some other goods or services? Why are you trading in cryptocurrency? What is
Are
your
purpose.
trading in cryptocurrency market? What is our main purpose? What is our main purpose to trade in cryptocurrency market? What is your purpose? You can share your purpose. Why are you not
I'm hearing my voice
other
again and
commodity in some other goods or services? Leader Julius, I'm hearing my voice again. Can you check? Please check with your connection. Can you please check with the connection? Uh, Maybe you're sharing on YouTube and the voice is coming from there. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? All of you, can you hear me? And
Okay, it's okay now.
yeah, right. So just share your purpose. Why are you trading in cryptocurrency? What is your main purpose? What is your goal to trade in cryptocurrency? We all have some purpose. We all have some goals. Why we are trading in cryptocurrency? Can I hear some answers? Can I see some good answers? Can I see some good answers? Okay, I'm trading to accumulate USDT or BTC. Good. Second one I can read. Royalq is 100% for cryptocurrency only for the purpose of using the robot I have to trade cryptocurrency. Okay. Okay. See, Royalq is a tool that you are using. It is a wonderful tool that helps you trade in cryptocurrency, but you must have some purpose. Why are you trading in cryptocurrency? It's not about Royalq only. It is not about Royalq. It is our purpose. Why are we trading in cryptocurrency? Maybe we are using Royalq. Maybe we can use some other tool, but why are we trading in cryptocurrency? That we must understand if we want to continue in this industry, right? So a good friend is saying to accumulate in 2 years to come, right? That is very close to have financial freedom in future. Good. I believe and trust. I believe is trusted and reliable, right? Everything I buy, I owned it, right? Very good. Need to accumulate more money for the future. Accumulate of my USDT, right? So, see, I can see some answers. They are very, very near to the main topic of today. But I need to, I need to, I need to clear some things here. Why are we trading in cryptocurrency? Why we should take it more and more serious, and why we should, how we can use Royalq to accomplish our purpose. Okay, I'm trading cryptocurrency because it is a future, acquire steady income, freedom. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind answers. So let me begin. Let me begin. Let me, first of all, we all know that cryptocurrency and what is cryptocurrency. We all know what is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital money. It is a digital money. You can call it a currency, a money that travels on internet, that we cannot hold, we cannot feel in our hands, we cannot touch it, we cannot smell it, but it exists. It exists on internet, right? So we use cryptocurrency to transfer or to have a transaction financially, right? Just like we go and use our national currency, whichever country you're coming from. So in the same way, we can use this money to transfer or to pay someone or to receive some payment from someone from any part of the world. So this was the main purpose why cryptocurrency was created, but it had some additional features that are not present in the that are not present in our main currency, in our fiat currency. We call it fiat because it is a national currency, right? So it has some unique features that is not present in the our national currency or fiat currency. First, it is it is only available on internet, and it is secured through cryptography. It is secured through cryptography, and the system that secure our cryptocurrency. It is called black blockchain. It is called blockchain. So what is blockchain? Blockchain is a system that is used to store any information, any data, or any asset that we want to store digitally and keep it safe and secure. And it is so secure that it is actually hack proof. It is actually hack proof. So nobody can enter into your blockchain and take and steal some asset from you and steals or edit something from there. Nobody can change it what once it is stored, right? So this was the main purpose why cryptocurrency was created around 14 years back. Some group of people that are anonymously known as Satoshi Nakamoto, they created the first cryptocurrency that was called Bitcoin, right? We all know Bitcoin. So they wanted to uh, create a currency that is not governed by any central authority, that is decentralized, and it travels on internet through blockchain. And what is meant by decentralized? See, anything that is controlled by a single authority, or a group of authorities, that is called centralized system. Like, just like your banks, just like your government, just like any company, do you know, any shop, do you know, someone is owning it, someone has the authority to control it, right? So if we talk about our national currency, that is fiat currency. Maybe you are using dollars, or maybe you are using Ugandan shillings. So any currency that is controlled by some central authority, maybe a central bank, maybe a government is controlling it, that is called a centralized system. But the reason why Bitcoin or cryptocurrency was created, that was to remove these third parties and any central authority that controls, and that can any any time it can edit or manipulate these kinds of currencies. That that created this idea, that influenced this idea that we should have our own currency, which nobody can control, nobody can steal it, nobody can hack it, nobody can manipulate it. That is why we started using this cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin was the first one, right? After Bitcoin, more and more cryptocurrencies were introduced in the market, and till today we have around 22,000 plus cryptocurrencies, right? So the main difference between the fiat currency and a cryptocurrency is that it is decentralized. It is not controlled by one single person or one single company or one single authority. It has to be verified. It has to be verified on a blockchain through maybe hundreds or thousands of different servers. So thousands of people, different people around the world that are into crypto mining, they verify a transaction, and that is why it is verified. And a new cryptocurrency is generated in this way through mining, right? So it is a decentralized. If one person wants to hold or steal it from you, he cannot do it, because it has to be verified by many more people. All the servers have to verify it. So this is why it is called decentralized, where there is no control from a one person or a one central authority. So it is very transparent. It is very easy, it is very fast, it is very secure, and it makes currency much more better than our fiat currency, right? And it can be, maybe my voice is not, let me disconnect. And so maybe you can hear me clearly now. This is why it is called a decentralized digital money, that is a much better currency, our traditional fiat currency. The second feature that we came to know after the Bitcoin was launched and after few years, second best feature of this currency, it was uh, it caused many people's interest. It raised many people interest. That was, it is not only a currency like our dollars or any other currency you are using. It is also a digital, it is also a digital asset. So what is an asset? You must have read it somewhere. If you know what is an asset, is something, asset can be anything that has a value, that has a certain value, and the value is increasing by day. It is increasing in the coming future, right? So anything that you want to buy now and that has a value, you have to pay for it a certain amount that has a value, and you know its value is going to increase in the future. That we call a asset. Maybe you purchase a piece of land, maybe you purchase a house, maybe you purchase a shop, maybe you purchase a precious metal just like gold, silver, or you buy some diamonds for your wife. But you know in the mind that this this asset that I bought just now, it is going to increase in value in the coming future. So when I want to sell it after few years, I will get more money, I will get more money. And that is my increase in the value of the asset. That is how my asset will appreciate in value, right? So why Bitcoin is a very good potential, very good performing asset? Why cryptocurrencies are considered to be very best performing assets in the world? Because we have seen from the last 14 years that the price of Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies have they have increased tremendously. They have increased very, in a very good manner, and even much more higher in percentage than you can compare it to any other asset. Suppose you have brought a land in your country, in your city, wherever you are living right now. Suppose you have bought a land, uh, you can say before 10 years. How much can you expect that the value is is has increased in the last 10 years of any land that you would have bought, you could have bought 10 years before? Maybe it has increased 5 times, right? Maybe it has increased 10 times, or maybe you can say it has increased more than 100 times. I don't think any other asset can give you more than this return in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, has anything given you more rate of return on investment in the last 10 years? Anything you bought, anything you purchased last 10 years before, maybe you purchased, maybe your mother purchased some jewelry, maybe your wife purchased some diamonds 10 years before, and maybe your parents purchased some gold last 10 years before, and now if you want to go to the market and you want to sell it, you will see that a little there is a little increase in the value. Maybe it is 10%, maybe it is 20%, maybe it is 50%, or maybe it is 100. But how far the cryptocurrency prices has increased, so that I can show you in a few minutes, that we are going to see in a few minutes. But first, we understood what is cryptocurrency and why it is a very good performing digital asset, and why we can invest in this cryptocurrency to to have a good appreciation in our capital if we hold it for another 5 years or maybe 10 years or maybe 2 years, whatever time you want to hold, right? It has a value. It is a good digital asset. So let's see what are where we want to go and search for cryptocurrencies. How we can, if we are a newcomer, if you are a newcomer, if you are starting to learn about cryptocurrency right from today, if you don't if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency before, if you are just a newcomer, the best way to learn it, I can show it to you right now, is go to a site that is called crypto coin market, that is called coinmarketcap.com. It is considered to be the best site in the world. That is, you can say, an encyclopedia of cryptocurrency. If you want to uh, read about anything about related to any cryptocurrency or any exchange, you just go to this site coinmarketcap.com, and you have all the information there, all the information here. So let me take you first to the site. Let me share my screen. Are we together right now? Are we together? Are you are you listening, and are you interested to see this site? How many are excited to see this wonderful site that is considered an encyclopedia? That is an encyclopedia or a dictionary. You can say a dictionary. If you want to, know what is the meaning of any word in any, you just have to go to the encyclopedia, or you have to study the dictionary, right? So I can see many people are interested, they are very excited to learn about this. Let's travel right now, let's travel to this wonderful site, right? So this is the first site that you must study if you want to know about anything about cryptocurrency. So here you can see coinmarketcap.com, right? Just go to Google. You can go to Google after this training and search for coinmarketcap.com, and let me open the results. And the first result you see here, it is coinmarketcap.com. So I will just go to this site, and this is how it looks and the home page, right? This is how it looks. So what the what are the main information available on the home page? What are the main information? If you can see this, let me guide you. Right. So first, this is the site's name, cap.com. You can go to this link also. And the first thing you see at the top, how many types of cryptocurrencies are available in this world right now? How many types, how many different cryptocurrencies are there? So we can see there are more than 20. Exactly, it is 22,351 cryptocurrencies. These are all different cryptocurrencies. A few days back, I just went to this site. There were 22,200 something cryptocurrencies. So if I come again after a few days, maybe this number will increase, or maybe it will decrease, right? So there are more and more cryptocurrencies that are being launched every day, and all these cryptocurrencies are listed on this site. If you want to study, if you want to know about any cryptocurrencies, just come to this site and see how are they performing, how are they listed, and what is the information there, right? So second thing you can see here, the second thing you can see, how many exchanges are available. What is an exchange? Actually, an exchange is a place, it is a digital market where you can go to buy or sell any cryptocurrency. So just like you, if you want to buy vegetable, you want to buy or sell vegetable, you go to vegetable market. If you want to buy or sell clothes, you go to the clothes market, right? If you want to buy or sell some stocks, some shares, you go to the stock market. The same way, where can we buy sell any cryptocurrencies? We have to go to the cryptocurrency exchanges. Actually, it is actually these exchanges work like a bank also. They work like a bank also. Just like if you want to deposit or if you want to withdraw some money, you have to go to your own, wherever you have an account, you go to your bank and you can withdraw or you can deposit. In the same way, if you want to deposit any cryptocurrency or if you want to withdraw any cryptocurrency, you have to have an account in a crypto bank, right? So these exchanges act as a bank also. And second thing, what they provide a good market also. So they have a market. And the best thing I can tell you, the best thing I love about this crypto exchanges, they are flooded with many and many millions of customers at any time. Previously, I can share my story, a little story, if you permit me. If you permit me, I can share a little story about me. Previously, when I was not into this cryptocurrency in industry, I was a traditional businessman. And I opened a clothes ready-made garments shop in a any very good in the city I live. I opened a clothes shop, a clothes ready-made garments shop, a garment shop in a market. So I invested a lot of money to purchase this shop. Then I invested some amount to get the shop ready, the interiors and the furniture. Then I purchased a lot of stocks that I want to sell, and I started the shop. So these were the things that I required to start a business, to start a traditional shop, maybe a garment shop. So anybody can start this kind of shop or a business, right? Like, but the main problem, what is the main challenge after you open a traditional business? What is the main challenge, and how are you going to earn profit? Can anybody tell me what is the main challenge, or how are you going to earn any profit? Of course, it is through, if you have some customers, right? If you have some customers, and you have some, you make some sale, right? Unless you have a few customers in your shop, and unless you are able to sell something, if you are able to sell something to these, you won't enjoy any profit. You won't earn any single money, right? You won't any single money. First thing you require, that is a setup, a market, right? A market or a shop. Second thing, the main thing you require is to make a sale. And who are you going to sell to? Some, right? So the first, the every day, what I what I did, every day, what I was doing, I was opening my shop, and I was sitting there and waited for customers, right? I was waiting for customers that maybe today a lot of customers will come. They will see my garments, and someone will purchase, and when I made a sale, I will earn some profit, right? So this was my daily routine. So I have to wait for customers. And initially, when you open a new business, not many customers will come. You have to wait for many months, or maybe 1 year, to run a proper good business, right, in your city, to have a very large amount of customers coming to you every day, right? Every day. So main thing that our income depends on, in any business, is the how much customers can you attract, or how many customers can you give some sale, right? How much customers are coming to you, and how much customers do you find in the market? If the market is empty, nobody is entering the market, all the shops will be just waiting, and nobody is going to have any income, right? So when I go to this cryptocurrency market, and I find a good market there, the first thing I loved about this crypto market was, there is no need to wait for any customer. There is no need to wait for a single customer, because first thing that I loved about this market, it is open 24 by 7. So when I was doing a traditional shop business, my shop was opening at in morning, maybe 9 p.m. in the morning, and I was closing at the maybe 8 or 9 p.m. in the evening, right? So that was my daily timing of the opening and closing of the shop. So I was not able to work for 24 hours, and my shop was not opening all day and all night. We have both at the night, and we have to return to our home. So the I was only earning in the hours when the shop and the market was open. Your your income is only dependent on the opening time of the market and the closing time of the market. And second thing, your income is dependent on the number of customers that are coming to the market. So these two things are very important to run any business. But when I started this cryptocurrency business, I was so amazed that this is a market that is open 24 by 7, that never closes, that never closes. Even I can go to the market at 1 p.m. in the 1 a.m. in the night, after midnight, and I can find some customers. And the second thing which I love, that there are many customers every time. Even if I want to buy something right now while I'm speaking to you, or I want to sell something in my crypto market right now, I will find many customers, a list of customers that are available at any point of time that you want to buy or sell. So there is no limit of customers, there is no shortage of customers. At any time you can go and trade. In the day you can go and trade, in the evening you can go and trade after midnight, or maybe you can wake up early in the morning, maybe 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., and you can go, and always the market will you will find that it is open. And every time you enter, you find lot of maybe thousands or hundreds of customers at any time. They are always active, right? Someone uh, you will see, and someone will like to purchase or sell from you, right? So there is no shortage of customers here. This is the best market, and it is open 24 by 7. You just need some capital, right? You just need some capital to you go and trade. But where should I trade, and which currency should I? That is the main challenge which I want to know, because I've selected that cryptocurrency is a very good market. It has a lot of potential, and it's the best performing digital asset. Second thing, this is a wonderful market that never closes, that never sleeps. Every time I go there, I find a lot of customers, right? So the next thing I wanted to know, which is the best cryptocurrency and which are the best rated cryptocurrencies in the market, because I find that there are more than 22,000 cryptocurrencies. And which is the best market, which is the best exchange that I should go and work in this market, right? Because there are more than 500 different crypto exchanges in the world. So this is a site that guides you on, or every newcomer, at which is the best cryptocurrency and which is the best exchange you can find, according to the rating in the market. How they rate according to the volume, the market cap of this cryptocurrency. On every cryptocurrency, they rate according to market cap or the volume that is that cryptocurrency is holding, and the volume of crypto exchanges, right? So if I go to if I want to know which cryptocurrency is the best out of these 22,000, I have to just I have to just scroll down and see all these 22,000 plus cryptocurrencies are here, right? So how do I select which is the best one? How do I select which is the best one? I want to start with the number one, right? So which is the number one? I found here, I found here that Bitcoin is the number one. It is top currency. This is the number one cryptocurrencies. Number two is Ethereum. Number three is Tether, USDT. Number four is BNB. Number five is USD coin and XRP and so on, right? So if I have some capital, it depends on my capital. How much capital do you have? If you have a large capital, you can trade on multiple coins. But if you have a small capital, you want to go for the top top 5 or maybe top 10 cryptocurrencies. So if I go to this site, I find which is the top 10, or out of these top 10, which is the number one cryptocurrency. So I found that Bitcoin is the number one cryptocurrency. This can be called a king of cryptocurrency, and it was the first one. I told you this was the first one. Why it is called number one? How this site is ranking it number one? Not because of its popularity, or not because it is the oldest one. It is ranked according to the market cap. According to the market cap, how much is the capitalization of this cryptocurrency in the market, how much shares it holds, right? How much is the size of this cryptocurrency? So how can I see what is the market cap? Just scroll to left, and you can see here, this is the market cap, right? This is the market cap of all these coins. So if I compare it with the other cryptocurrency, what is the market cap size of this? What is the market cap? You can see here, 438.15 billion. It is in billion dollars, right? It is in billion US. And the next one, this is the second one. This is the second one. It has a market cap of 190.48 billion dollars, right? So if I compare it with the second one, if I just compare the number one and the number two, I can see there is this Bitcoin has almost double the market cap of the second best, of the second highest cryptocurrency, right? It is much bigger. It is much bigger than even the closest competitor, right? And if I go to all the other, like if I go to BNB, it is it looks very small from here, but it is still very big amount, right? So you can go for any other cryptocurrencies also. If you want to check is the market cap of any cryptocurrency, you will find XRP is there, you will find Cardano is there, Dogecoin is there, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, Litecoin, Shiba, Dai, Tron, Avalanche, that is called AVAX, UNI. So all these are most you can say top rated cryptocurrencies in this site. So if you are a newcomer, this is my first financial advice to you. I don't give financial advices basically, but if you want a little financial advice from my side, according to my experience, just go to this site, coinmarketcap.com, and study which are the top 5 or top 10 cryptocurrencies, and don't go below. Just trade on these top 10 coins, right? These are the best one. So they are going to stay because they have a large volume. You can see here, they have a very big volume, and it is just 24 hours volume. So you can see here how much Bitcoin value is traded in every 24 hours, in every 24. So this is how I found that Bitcoin is the number one, right? Second thing, I wanted to know which is the best crypto exchange in the world. So where should I go and create an account for me in a bank, in a crypto bank, and keep my Bitcoin, keep my Cardano, keep my BNB, all the digital cryptocurrencies I have. I should have some place, right? I should have a wallet that I can go and store them there, right? I cannot keep it in my pocket. I cannot keep it in my fiat bank. I need to have wallet in my crypto exchange. So where should I go? I just came here, and I found there are more than 500 cryptocurrency exchanges, right? So which is the best one? Just like we found that Bitcoin is the number one ranking, so which is the best one, right? So I can go to, I just click on this exchange, and it will take me to the all the 537 exchanges according to the ranking, right? So it already ranked it according to the, how it ranked according to the trading volume. This is the 20 trading volume, and other features you can see here, right? So I can see here which is the number one crypto exchange in all these 527 exchanges. It is Binance, right? It is Binance. So you can find here, with number 2 is Coinbase, number 3 is Kraken, number 4 is Qcoin, and so on, right? So if I want to study which are the best top 10 or maybe top 15 exchanges, I can go and scroll up and down, right? But I want the best. I want the best for me, right? Like I wanted the best cryptocurrency, so I go for Bitcoin. This is the best exchange. I found it. Number one is cryptocurrency exchange, that is Binance. So just go and create an account in Binance. Just go and create an account in Binance and go to the market in Binance. You will find a very good market, the Binance, and just go in the market and start buying some cryptocurrencies for you, right? This is how you start. But this is the first part, right? This is the first part. Just like I opened a shop a few years back. You opened a shop in this crypto market and you just purchase some stocks for you, some goods for you that you want to trade for, right? So why Bitcoin? Only because it has the highest market cap. It has the highest market cap, and it is performing very, very amazingly in the last since the last 14 years when I. So if I want to go and see the chart of Bitcoin, do you want to see the chart of Bitcoin? The world famous, the best chart you will ever see in your life, the world famous best chart which you will ever see in your life. That is the most important chart available on this planet. And all the cryptocurrency investors and all the cryptocurrency traders, they love this chart. Do you want to see? Who wants to see this? Who wants to see? Who wants to see? I'm going to take you to the to the best cryptocurrency chart that you will ever see, right? Who wants to see? Just type me in the chat. Who wants to see this? Are you excited? Are you excited? Yeah, we all want to see which is the best chart. You can go to any exchange or any you can say trading application, just like trading view, or even our Royalq also shows us charts of all the cryptocurrencies right now. But I will take you to the best one, and it is the most important chart that all the cryptocurrency traders are, they always keep in their on their screen, always hold it on their screen, and they want to study it. So let me open this chart first, and let me see how many people are excited to see this chart. How many people are excited? If I get a few a few a few comments in the chat, I will just take you there, right? So let me search for it, where it is. uh, where it is. How many people are excited? I want to see more and more people who are excited to go to this chart. And there is a lot of information I'm going to share with you in this chart, right? There is a lot of information. If you study this chart, your life is, if you study this chart, your life is sorted. You will come to the main purpose. Why are we here? Why are we in this Zoom? Why are we going to trade in cryptocurrency, right? So I can see a lot of people are excited, and I will just take you there. Let me open, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, and I will take you to the most important chart that you will ever see in your own life, in your whole life. Let me rotate it to make it full screen. You can also rotate your device so that you can see full screen, right? So I hope it is visible and you love the beautiful colors of the chart. That is why it is called a rainbow chart. A rainbow chart, because it is very beautiful also, right? Beautiful colors. So why it is so important that every trader in the world, every investor in the world is that has this chart, always studies this chart, and he's looking to the future. So if I ask you one last question, and I want everyone to reply, that depends how much serious are you in your life. If I gave you
this power, if I gave you this superpower, if I give you a superpower that you can see the future, will it help you make very, very, very rich? Will you be able to become super wealthy if you have this superpower? How many of you want to see the future? How many of you want to see the future? If you want to see the future, I will just give you the superpower in a few seconds. But I want to see how many people are excited to see the future. How many people are excited to see the future? Whoever comments in the chat box, I want to see the future. I want to see the future. I will give this superpower to you. I will give this superpower to all those people who comment that I want to see the future. I want to see the future. Yeah, I want to see the future. Just think, just imagine if you have this superpower that just close your eyes and imagine if I, if God comes to you and he gives you a superpower that hey, my dear, my dear child, I give you this superpower that from now on you can see the future. What is going to happen in the future, in the coming month, in the coming year, in the coming few years? You have this superpower. How will you use this superpower? How will you use this superpower? Don't you think that it can help you make a good fortune for you and your children and your children's children, of all your future generation? If you have this superpower that you can see the future, you are going to change the future. You are going to change the future of your children. If you have the superpower, you have this ability. If you have this power, you can change your future. If you can change your future, only when you have this superpower. So I'm going to give you this superpower right now. I'm not God. I'm not expert. I don't have any ability that I can go give you any power, but I can help you see the future right now. I can help you realize this power, how you can see the future using this wonderful chart, right? So I'll go back to here. This is the most important chart that will give you this superpower to see the future. This has the power, but you have to understand it. You have to have an open mind and an open eyes to hear, to see how you can see the future from here, right? So this is the most important chart. And what is it actually? It is a Bitcoin stock to flow chart. It is called Bitcoin stock to flow chart. And what it indicates how the Bitcoin, from where the Bitcoin was started, which price it was started, and how much high the prices got in the last 14 years, right? So it gives you all the figures and all the coming events also, that are most important events. I will just share with you. Be with me. So first thing that you want to understand about this chart, these are the Bitcoin prices, right? These are the Bitcoin prices, and these are in multiple of tens. If you can see here, here is $1, then next in $10, then $100, then 1,000, then 10,000, then 1 million, maybe, right? So this is how the prices are arranged in the left corner. And below, if you see here in the below line, these are the years. Every year, how much the Bitcoin prices have gone. So these are simple, right? The next thing you see, there are dotted blue lines. You can see here. Change my color. I can change my color. Let me change the color to. I love this color, golden color. Why? I don't love gold, but I love the digital gold. And that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is called a digital gold. That you will just understand in a few minutes why it is called a digital gold, and it is much more valuable than our own gold, right? So I love this golden color, and you can see here we have four dotted lines here. Why we have drawn this here? Because it is the most important event that happens in every 4 years. In every 4 years, a most important event is happening, and that is called Bitcoin halving. What is it called? It is called Bitcoin halving. Halving, right? Halving. So why it is called Bitcoin halving? It is a technical, you can say, technical knowledge. I won't go in deep into it, but in the simple terms, you can understand that every time a new Bitcoin is mined, actually it's mining, mining. So this is how the new cryptocurrencies are generated, through mining process. And when someone mines a Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, if someone mines a Bitcoin, he gets some reward. That is called reward, mining reward, mining reward, right? So in every 4 years, there is an event called Bitcoin halving. This was the first one. This was the second one. After every halving, what happens? The reward of all the miners is cut to half, 1/2. It is cut to half, right? So this is why it is called a Bitcoin halving. We won't go into deep, right? We won't go into deep because we are not miners. We don't want to go for mining. We are traders. We are super traders because we have this superpower to see the future, right? You will all have. So we have this mining event happening after every 4 years. It is decided. It is written, right? After every 4 years, this this on this date in this month, the next halving will happen, right? It will happen. If it will continue for the, I can say, next 20 to 25 years, right? It is going to happen in every 4 years. So when the Bitcoin was launched, this you can see here, this was the launching date, 2009, and the date was 3 January, 3rd January. So in the last month, we just celebrated our Bitcoin's 14th birthday, 14th birthday of Bitcoin, because it completed 14 years, 14 good years in the last month, 3rd January, right? So when it was started, you can see here, the price was in the first 2 or 3 years. Now here is a very unbelievable. This is a very unbelievable news that you will hear. In the first 3 years, 1 to 3 years, the Bitcoin price was not even $1. It was below $1. Actually, it was around $0.4. It was not even $1, and it was just 14 years. How many of you were alive 14 years? How many of you were born 14 years back, and you have this ability to see and talk? You were into your conscience. How many of you were alive? You were born 14 years back. It is not 114 years. It is just 14 years back. So if you had this superpower that I am going to give you right now, if you had this superpower to see the future, 14 years ago on 3rd January, or maybe in the first 2 or 3 years when the Bitcoin was started, if we all have this superpower that we can see the future, how much is the Bitcoin right now? How much price is the Bitcoin right now? Can anybody tell me? Maybe it is around, I haven't checked the market, but maybe it is around 22,000, right? Anything above 22,000, right? Because for the last few days, it is 22 to 23,000. It is moving up and down. So even if it is $22,000 per Bitcoin, one Bitcoin, and if you have this opportunity to see the future in the first 3 years of Bitcoin when it was launched, and they gave you this Bitcoin, they were selling a Bitcoin for just $0.4 per Bitcoin. Won't you be the first person to buy all the Bitcoin that were available in the market? Won't you do it? I will definitely do it. But only if we had this superpower, that if someone told us that this is going to happen in the future, but nobody knew. Even even one thing I must share with you, a very you can say funny incident that happened in this first era, that is called a pioneers era. A few people started buying, and just for fun they started buying bitcoin because it was very cheap. It was a new concept, it was a new currency, nobody knew that it will grow so much, right? So some people started buying, but they were not trading. There is no trading, only the mining was happening. The only thing that people were doing was mining. They for mining, you have to have a very big large setup with lots of computers and a lot of work, and then you solve some equations and mathematical formula, and you do the technical thing, and then this is how you mine. So many people were started mining. This was a new business at that time, that if you mine a bitcoin you will get some reward, right? So many people started this, and one person, I don't remember his name, but it is you can go to Google and just check it. So I'm just telling you a funny incident that happened in the first era. So one person was having many of bitcoins, maybe more than 10,000 bitcoins he was having, because it was very cheap, $0.4 per bitcoin. So nobody got any idea what are we going to do with this. Nobody knew what we should do with this. You cannot go to the market and trade. You don't have any market there then, and nobody wants to purchase at any bitcoin from you. So you just kept it in your wallet, and keep hoping that one day it will increase in value. But nothing happened in the first 3 years. Nothing happened. The same prices were right in the market. So one thing happened. One fine day, a person, his children were hungry. His children were hungry, and he was not in a good mood to cook some food for his children. Right? He was not in a good mood to to go to the kitchen and cook some food. So what he did, his children were asking for pizza. Right? They were asking for pizza, that we want to eat some pizza. And he just wrote down on internet. He just wrote down on internet, if anybody wants, can send me two large pizza. I don't have cash, but I have some bitcoin. I will give 10,000 bitcoins to anybody who wants to send me two large pizza. So nobody responded, but one person saw, and it was Papa Zone Pizza. It was a, you have a Papa Zone Pizza outlet maybe in your country. So some some person from came to his home, and from Papa Zone Pizza, and he delivered two large pizzas for his children, and he paid him with 10,000 bitcoin. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? If somebody knew that this is the value, was the value of bitcoin, and where it is going to go right now, they would call him a biggest fool of the century. They would call him the biggest fool, the most stupid thing anybody can do in this whole century, that he gave 10,000 bitcoin that he had for just two pizzas for his children. But he didn't, because he didn't knew. Nobody knew that how much bitcoin is going to increase in the value. Nobody knew how much prices will go. So he just thought that this is waste of my investment. I'm not getting any value from this investment. I just invested a few dollars and got this 10,000 bitcoins, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So the children hungry, and he just ordered two pizza and just paid with the 10,000 bitcoin. Now he came to the interview on a TV show, and he declared a few years back. He declared that I was the first person that traded Bitcoin. I traded 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 large pizza for my children. So this was the one event that started, that actually started trading of Bitcoin. So people started knowing that you can you can buy or sell anything. You can pay in form of cryptocurrency also if you are using Bitcoin. So this was the first event, and people now they started taking interest that if I buy something, I can pay. I don't have to pay with my cash, my money. I can pay with Bitcoin also, right? So this is how the trading started, and even till today, even till today, this date, that date on which this first trade happened, it is celebrated every year. It is celebrated as a Bitcoin Pizza Day, as a Bitcoin Pizza Day. You can go and search on Google. You will find that date and that person's photo also. This was the person who started Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? So every year it is celebrated now. So what happened after that? Many people started trading, and many people started using Bitcoin as a mode of payment. They started accepting Bitcoin, that we accept, like you have many shops that accept, we accept PayPal, we accept MasterCard, we accept Visa card. In the same way, they started uh, putting some signs on their shop that we accept Bitcoin also. Why? Because Bitcoin price started to rise, right? Bitcoin started to rise, and even in this, within this era, before the first halving happened, the Bitcoin price rose from here to this point, right? You can see this is the all-time high point. What is this called? It is called all-time high of this era, right? Of this era. How much it how much it rose to? It was around 12 to $13 per Bitcoin, right? So if you can imagine, you bought a Bitcoin, a few of Bitcoin at this price, $0.4, and it is now more than $10. So you are a very happy person. You are a very happy person. This is a nice investment, right? I must invest in this. So why, when this happened, lot of people started accepting Bitcoin as a payment option also, right? So we entered into the next era. Before we entered into the next era, this halving, right? This halving happened, and after the first halving, this was the first halving. You can see the date here. Before the first halving, the price were going down, but after this happened, after this halving happens, immediately you can see here, immediately the prices are going up, and it reached to the new all-time high, a new all-time high that was much higher than the previous high, where it was around $1,000. You can see here, around $1,000. It went up to $1,000 in the next era, in the next era, right? So why it is called spectacular era? Spectacular era. The second era was called spectacular era. Why it is called? Because many people started taking interest. They were investing. They were amazed to see how much the Bitcoin was few years before, in the last 4 years or 5 years, and how much it is now. So anybody who bought a Bitcoin for maybe $1, maybe $1 in the initial years, was very happy person, because now the value of Bitcoin was more than $1,000. $1,000. So if you are this person, you will be most happy person in the world. So the next thing that happened in this era, the first thing that happened in this era was Bitcoin touched to a new all-time high that was higher than the previous point, right? But then after it touched the highest point, the Bitcoin prices again started falling down. So this, what we call, when the prices rise, we call it a bullish season, bull run, right? And when the prices go down, we call it a bearish season, right? You all know it. So after the Bitcoin touched a new all-time high, the price started falling down, and it was a bearish market, right? But what happened again? Again, the halving came after the next 4 years. So this was first halving, this was the second halving, and immediately, or maybe a few months or year after this, the Bitcoin started to rise again, and it had a new all-time high, a new all-time high in this era, and this era is called retail traders era. Why it is called retail traders era? Because till this time, most of the retailers in the market, they started accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that were available in the market as a mode of payment, especially Bitcoin. Everybody started to trust Bitcoin that we can accept payments. If you come to my shop, my previous shop, and you purchase some shirt or jeans for you, I will I will accept the payment in form of Bitcoin, right? I will take Bitcoin other than cash also, right? So it was called retail traders era. So it increased the popularity in the market because all the people that were ignorant, they don't knew anything about Bitcoin, they never heard about Bitcoin. When they go to the market, what they saw, that on every shop, almost every shop, they are having this sign: we accept Bitcoin, we accept BTC, buy from me, I will and pay with BTC, right? I won't ask for your cash, I can accept BTC as payment, right? So this increased the popularity to the maximum, because if you go to the market and you see the same thing on every shop, you start to take interest, you start to trust it, right? Just like in our India, we see Google Pay is on every shop. So we started trusting that we can use Google Pay to pay for any, every time we go to the market and we do any shopping, right? Even the online shoppings were accepting all these things, right? So this happened in the retail traders era, and then the prices were coming, going up and going down, rising and falling, and the next event happened, that was the third halving, that was the last halving that everybody saw. That was in year 2020, right? Just 3 years back. So 3 years have already gone, and what is going to happen in the coming next year? 3 years are already gone, and you know the next halving is going to happen in the next year, that is 2024. So we are in the most, you can say most, the second best time we are in the market. The first best time was here. If you are in this era, you could have bought a Bitcoin in less than $1. But the second best opportunity that we have in this, we are in this era, and now the Bitcoin price touched to the new high, a new all-time high. What was that? A new all-time high of $69,000 per Bitcoin. And now we have this opportunity that we can buy a $69,000 Bitcoin in just 22,000. Sorry, 22,000. So we know this thing, that Bitcoin prices are falling, right? But they touched to around 15,000 in the last few months. But now the bull run has begun. The bull run has begun. The bull is taking over the bear, and now the prices are going up from 15 to 22,000. And if we know this, if we have the superpower, how can we understand? How can we analyze this? I just told you the story, the history of Bitcoin. I didn't did any analysis. I didn't did any technical analysis till now, but I am just telling you what happened in the history, right? So what happened? The prices were going up and coming down in every era, and one thing happened. One thing happened in after every 4 years, the Bitcoin halving is happening. And what is the effect of this halving? What is the effect of this halving that you must understand? I will tell you two major things, or maybe three major things. Just pay attention, and you can take out your notepads, you can take out your pen and pencil, and just note these three important things. that you must know and you must remember always. Number one thing, number one fact, number one fact. Before every halving, listen to me carefully. Before every halving, what happened before the first halving? The price touched a new all-time high. A new all-time high. So this was the all-time high of this era, right? After this halving, a new all-time high is created. This was the next all-time high, and it is higher than the previous one. It is higher than the previous one. Is this thing happening in the next? This thing happen in the next year? Yes. After the next halving, the second halving. This was the first one. This was the second one. The price touched a new all-time high. This was a new all-time high, and it was much higher than the previous all-time highs, right? It was going up. And what happened in the last Bitcoin halving? We just saw 3 years back in 2022. We just saw the third halving. The prices touch a new all-time high in this era. So this is the first effect, that after every halving, we see a new all-time high, and it breaks all records, all the previous records of all the previous all-time high in the market. It breaks all record. It is going to happen after every halving. A new all-time high should be created, and it is created after every halving. So if you see this future now, can anybody tell me what is going to happen after the coming halving in the 2024? What is going to happen? Will the new all-time high, will it be created higher than this previous high, or will it be lower than the previous high? If you can draw a line that is connecting all the all-time high, I'm just connecting. So is the line going up or no? This is going to go up. And we all know the previous all-time high was $69,000, which was the all-time high of the last 14 years. And after the next halving, just like after the previous halvings, all the previous halvings, we saw a new all-time high. So we are going to see a new all-time high. Maybe it is here. Maybe it is here. And if you can follow this line here, it is around 1 million US dollars in value for one Bitcoin. Can anybody see the future now? I just told you number one fact. I'm going to tell you two more, right? I'm going to prove it. It is not an prediction. It is not an assumption. It is a solid fact. It is a calculation. It is a technical analysis that we can analyze if we have this knowledge, right? So what most experts, I am not a big expert, even maybe you are not a big expert, but what most experts in the world are saying, we must follow them, right? Because they have much more knowledge, they have much more experience, and they saw all these previous halvings, and they have been studying the market for the last 10 years or more. What most experts say about this coming halving, the most experts, one expert is saying that after this halving, a new all-time high will be created, and it will be more than $1 million. More than $1 million. Can you imagine? If you have bought a Bitcoin in just 22,000, that is today's price, it will, if you don't trade it, if you don't do anything, just keep it with yourself for the next 1 year or maybe 2 years, it is going to be in value of more than 1 million. Can you imagine? Another a big expert is saying it is going to touch 2.5 million in the next 1 or 2 years. One expert is saying 1 million. Another expert is saying it will it will cross 2.5 million mark. So should I believe them or no? Should we believe them or no? Because we see a reason. We see a reason that the Bitcoin is following this trend. If you can see this line, this blue line, it is following this, and it is indicating that the next Bitcoin all-time high, will it be much higher than the previous high or no? If it is much higher, if it is a little higher, still it will be more than 70,000 per Bitcoin in a few months or few years from now, right? Next thing, proof number 2. I'm going to give you 3 superpowers, three tools. These are 3 tools that you must use to see the future, right? This is your superpower. So I just told the first thing, that after every halving, a new all-time high is created. Second thing, what this chart shows, if you studied carefully, before the first halving, the prices started to fall down. Before first halving, the prices started to fall down, right? Maybe this happened one time, but after the second halving, before this happened, the price was always falling down, right? It was also falling. So it repeated the second time also. Before the third halving, the prices started again falling down. So this is true. This makes it a pattern. And we are witnessing a bearish season for the last 1 year or no? Are we seeing a bearish season since 2022? Yes, of course. Before this halving is happened, we see before every halving, maybe 1 year or maybe 1.5 years before, the price is going to fall down. It happens. Third thing, the third important fact, after every halving, the price start to rise. After the first halving, the price which was at the bottom started to rise, and it rose to the new all-time high. Did it happen after the second halving? Yes, it happened. After the next halving, the price started to go up, and it touched the new all-time high. Did it happen after the third halving? Yes, it happened. The price which was going down started to go up and touch a new all-time high. So if this continues, what will happen after the next halving? Before the halving is happening, we are already into a bearish market. And even before the next halving, even before 1 year, we see some indications. We see some early indication in the market that bullish season is starting, right? Maybe this is a temporary bullish season. Maybe after we see a good greens in the market, maybe we see some reds in the market, like we see bearish season. But if we are patient till this halving, or maybe after this halving, what the people who will stay in the market will see a rise in the prices, and a new all-time high will be created around here, which will be a minimum. I can give you a minimum. I don't go for the higher expectation, but it will be minimum $1 million. Minimum. It can go above it. It can touch 2 million. It can touch 5 million also. But this is the minimum. So can you see all these 3 facts, and what are they saying? Don't believe me. Don't believe me what I'm saying. I'm nobody. But believe what this chart is saying. If you have this power to understand this chart, if you have this knowledge, then you have this power to see the future. Now you have this power. Even a newcomer who don't know anything about cryptocurrency, but if he understands this chart, he can see the future. Now, can you see the future? Yes, I can see where the prices are going. Where the prices are going. So what is our purpose to stay in the crypto market? Number one, what are our main purposes that we are trading in cryptocurrency market? Number one is accumulate accumulate as many bitcoins or other cryptocurrencies that you can when the market is in the bearish season. When the market is down, accumulate more and more of bitcoins, more and more, as many as you can, because we know if we have one bitcoin, suppose for example, if I have one bitcoin that I bought for 22,000 today, it is going to be more than $1 million in the coming 1 or 2 years. It is going to be 1 million worth it. So if I see the future, is it not a good decision that I start to accumulating from today? I should do it, right? I should do it. Number two, what should be our purpose? If we have a limited capital, maybe most of us, maybe a few of us are they have this capital that they can buy one Bitcoin, one full Bitcoin, or maybe two or more. Maybe you have. Some of us must have this kind of capital. Maybe leader Julius has. Maybe some other leaders has, because they are much more experienced. They have been trading in the market for the last 1 year or maybe 2 years. So not all of us are having this kind of capital that we can accumulate more and more of Bitcoin. We keep on buying and buying and buying and buying and adding to our wallet. Every time we see we have some money, every month you can do, every month you have $100, you invest in Bitcoin. Next month you have $200, buy some more Bitcoin. That is just buying. If you do just buying and don't sell it, still you can earn a good amount of profit just by buying and holding. What is this called? This hodling. HODL, hodling. So this is a common thing. This is the most common thing that all the investors do. Every time they have some money, they add some Bitcoin, add some crypto into their wallet. They don't sell it. But the second way, and it is the smartest way. It is the smartest way. Are we hard workers or are we smart workers? What do you want to become? Do you want to become a hard worker or do you want to become a smart worker? Who wants to become a smart worker? I'm not criticizing any hard worker, but you see in the if you go outside your home, if you go into the market, you see many labor people that are doing hard work. They are pulling some carts, they are lifting heavy goods for some shops. They are called labor, slaves you can call, labor, which work very hard. Who work very hard? They work very hard for daily wages. Their main focus is to earn some money every day to buy some food for their children. They are daily. They just go and do hard work, and they earn some little money, and they go to the shop and purchase some vegetables, purchase some bread for their children. So that is their main focus, to earn for today. But what smart workers do, but smart people, what they do, that is called smart work. They don't work for today. What the richest people in the world, what they do, they have a long term vision, just like you have now. They don't work to earn for today. They don't work to earn for this month, landlord rents. They don't want to pay, they don't want to earn to pay their children fees for this month, or their electricity bill for this month. They work They work to earn a good fortune for their children in the future. So they have a long term vision. They work for the next 5 years. They have a vision for the next 3 years. They have a vision for the next 1 year, and so on. So they work smartly. They don't work for every day. They work for future, the coming generations, the coming future, the coming years. And they don't do hard work. They work smartly. What the smart people do? They don't just buy and keep it. They don't just buy and keep it. They buy and sell, and then buy again, and then sell again, and then buy again. What is this called? This is called trading. If you just buy and keep it with you, the value will be same every day. The value maybe it is increasing in the future, but today it is the same. If you buy one thing and keep it with you, you don't increase the value. But if you go and buy and sell, and then buy and then sell, and keep on doing it every day or every hour, maybe you are adding it to your wallet. You are increasing the value by doing what we call trading. This is called trading. That you don't hold it for the future, but you increase the amount of crypto coins you have, that you increase the quantity by very smart trading, that I'm going to show you, right? So if we want to become a smart trader, we must use some smart tools. And what is the best tool we have? We are so lucky that we have a wonderful tool that is called Royalq. It is a wonderful miracle tool. I call it miracle tool, that helps us to become a smart trader and accumulate and increase every day. We can add it. If anybody has a little capital, maybe you have $500, maybe you have $1,000, maybe you have $100, still you can trade it. You can go to the Royalq, and if you have this knowledge that you can increase it, that is called compounding. One thing is to buy and hold. Second thing is to compound it. How we can compound? If we can buy and sell again and again and again every day, every hour for the next 1 or 2 years, we are increasing the quantity that we can purchase right now. We cannot purchase a bigger quantity right now, but if we start today and keep on compounding it. What is compounding? It is a multiplication. A simple way I can tell you, what is 2 plus 2? What is 2 plus 2? That is 4, right? What is 2 plus 2? That is 4. And what is 2 multiplied by 2? That is also 4. We all know. But now let me take a bigger picture. What is 10 plus 10? That is 20. But what if we multiply 10 into 10? That is 100. So is the addition good, or is it the multiplication good? The multiplication always is higher, is always better than addition. So if you have this skill that you can multiply, not add. If you just keep adding, you are not increasing. If you are a holder, you go to the market and keep on adding $1 plus every month you add one more dollar, then next month add one more dollar. So you are just adding it. But if you are smart, you are going to multiply it using this compounding method. 10 plus 2, 10 plus 10 is 20, but 10 plus 10 into 2, 10 multiplied by 2 is 100, right? So this is the power of compounding. This is the power of multiplication that we can use in this wonderful tool, a smart tool, that is Royalq. So I hope you got some good insights from the first part of the chapter, first part of this training, first part of this lesson, that why we need to accumulate more and more crypto. Why are we working in crypto and why we need to accumulate crypto? Then the next part will be how can do it, how we should do it, right? If you understand why, you will find out how to do it. But first, you must understand why we need to do it, right? Now we do. Now we know why. Who can see the future now? Can some people here see the future? Have I opened some of your eyes? Have I opened some of your eyes and you can see the future? You can see the future. You can type in the chat. So I can take you to the next lesson. I can take you to the next lesson. I just took 30 minutes of time to increase the first one. To explain the first one. The next 30 minutes or maybe 20 minutes, we will learn how to do it. How many of you can see the future? Right. Very good. Very good. Amazing. All of us can see the future now, right? But if we know what is happening in the future, we must be prepared, right? We must be well prepared, because the most valuable, what is the most valuable currency in the world? Which is the most valuable currency in the world? Do you know? No, it is not Bitcoin. No, it is not dollars. No, it is not gold. Which is the most valuable currency in the world? Can anybody reply? Which is the most valuable currency in this world? It is not US dollar. It is not Bitcoin. It is not even Bitcoin. It is much more valuable than any cryptocurrency. No. Yes, I see one answer. The most valuable currency that you can have in this world is your time. Is your time. It is even much more valuable than this Bitcoin that we just saw. It is time. If you know how to act at the correct time, in the correct way, you can make your own fortune. If you are at the right time, at the right place, and you do the right thing, you can note it down. You can note this down. If you are at the correct time, at the correct place, and you do the correct thing that you must do at that time, at that place, you can change your future. If that person, that pizza man, if he was at the right time, he was at the right time because he had bought 10,000 Bitcoins for maybe less than a few dollars, for a few dollars. He was at the right time. He was at the right place also, but he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He made a big, the biggest mistake in his life that he is just crying now. He sold the 10,000 Bitcoin for two, two cheap pizzas, right? So he was at the correct time, but he didn't do the right thing, right? So we are at the right time right now. If we understand this chart, we are at the right time, the right moment, the best moment we can be. That we see the Bitcoin prices are at the bottom. They are the bottom. If you see 16,000, 17,000, or maybe 22,000, maybe 25,000, this is just bottom of the market. So we are at the correct time. Just imagine one thing. If you have this power right now, if you don't have it right now, if I gave you this information after the next halving, when the Bitcoin is around $1 million per Bitcoin, will you be able to accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can do now? Will you have this capital? if Bitcoin price is above $1 million after the next 2 years, will you be able to accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can do now? As you can do now? As you can do now? No, nobody can, because Bitcoin price is the at the bottom right now. So we are at the correct time, at the correct place. What is the correct place? We are into cryptocurrency industry. We have an account in Binance or maybe Huobi Global. We have a good account, and we have a wonderful tool that is called Royalq that can help us to accumulate more and more of Bitcoin using this right opportunity. And the next thing we must do, we must take the advantage of all these right factors, right? We must take advantage of this big opportunity. With the help of Royalq, we must accumulate as much Bitcoin we can have, as much. Don't worry if you have a little capital. If it say I don't have $22,000, how can I buy Bitcoin? Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million pieces. It can be divided into 100 million pieces. You can buy a small unit of Bitcoin, even if you have $1. You can still buy Bitcoin. If you have just $1, you can buy Bitcoin. Nobody is asking for 22,000 or 25,000 capital. You can start today. You can start from where you are. Just note this second line. Start from where you are. Start with what you have. Start from where you are. Don't wait for future. Don't wait for maybe I will start when I have $1 million, or maybe I will start when we have $100,000 or $10,000. I will start then. Don't wait, because time is running. Time is the most precious thing. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. Time, what you can achieve right now, starting from right now, you cannot achieve tomorrow. You cannot achieve the same thing tomorrow, because time is the most precious asset, the most precious currency in the world. So start today, start from where you are, and start with what you have. Whatever you have, even with a small little capital, you can start, because you have this wonderful tool, the most wonderful tool that was ever invented in cryptocurrency. If you know how to use it, that is Royalq. If you know how to use it well, it can give you a good fortune, a good future, right? So now we are going to learn how to do it, right? Now we are going to learn how to do it. Are you finding this interesting? Are you finding this interesting, or am I boring you? Am I boring you? Are you finding this interesting? Are you finding? Okay. So let me take you to the next lesson, and good. Thank you. Let us go to Royalq. What Royalq can help us achieve, what we cannot achieve without Royalq. Royalq is the most wonderful thing that I have ever came across in my life, because it automates all the cryptocurrency trading for you. You just have to set it and forget it. You just have to set it and forget it. It will keep on working 24 hours a day for 7 days in a week and 365 days in a year, without taking a single leave. A single leave, it will keep on working for you, right? So how Royalq helps you? Royalq gives you, sorry, Royalq gives you, first of all, let me change the color now. Royalq gives you 3 different markets here. You can see here, these are 3 different markets. One is the USDT market, BTC market, and third is the ETH, Ethereum market. So why they are different? Because In every market, you must have base currency. Base currency. What is a base currency? On which you can trade on some trading pair, on a crypto pair. Like you see here, if I go below, I'm into USDT market right now. I'm into USDT market. So if you want to trade ADA, you must have some base currency in USDT, right? If you want to trade on algo, you must have some amount of USDT. So what is USDT? USDT is the base currency of this market, of the USDT market, right? So how can we choose which market is good for us? That depends on your purpose. That only depends on your purpose, on your, my pencil is not working properly, right? Let me try again. How do you decide which market should I choose? Depends on your purpose, or that depends on your why. Why are you trading? Are you trading to earn a daily income? Are you trading to earn a monthly income? Or are you trading for next 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years to accumulate more and more crypto, right? So USDT market, what is the purpose to work in any market? What is the main purpose to work in any market? If you want to trade in USDT market, your purpose is to accumulate USDT. You are working in USDT market, your purpose is to accumulate more and more of USDT. What is USDT? What is USDT? It is a stable coin. Stable coin. What is stable coin? That has a stable value. It will not increase. Even if after the next halving, the Bitcoin touches 1 million or maybe 5 million, it will remain. That is why it is called a stable coin, right? So if you are working to accumulate USDT for the next 4 years or 5 years, you're not working smartly, because even if you accumulate any amount of USDT, it will remain the same. What is the current price of USDT? If you go, you will find the same price that you saw maybe a few months back, and the coming year also it will remain around it. Maybe $1 or $2 or $5, it will go up and down, but it will remain stable. So if you want to accumulate cryptocurrency, USDT is also a cryptocurrency, but if you want to accumulate any cryptocurrency, first of all, you need to understand that why I'm going to accumulate, so that it can increase in value. So which currency increases in value? USDT is not the correct currency. USDT is not the perfect currency to accumulate for the future. It is meant to earn for the present. If you want to earn a daily or a monthly income, then go to USDT market, because it will help you earn money, and you can withdraw anytime and pay your monthly rent, pay your electricity bill, pay for the bread and butter. You can use it to earn a daily income, right? But if you want to accumulate, you must accumulate a currency that increases in value, not remains the stable one. It should increase. And what we just saw, that Bitcoin is going to increase to 1 million after a few years, after 1 or 2 years, right? So where should I go? I should go to BTC market, to trade in BTC market, so that I can accumulate more and more of BTC, right? So this is the BTC market. You can see now the base currency has changed. Previously, if you are trading in ADA coin, your base currency was USDT, right? USDT. But now if you want to trade in ADA coin, your base currency is BTC. So first thing you must have to trade in cryptocurrency in BTC market, you must have some amount of BTC as your base currency, as your trading capital, right? So how can you go and start with a trading capital? Just go to your exchange. Maybe you are into Binance. Maybe you're into Binance and you have some amount of USDT, because the first step is to add some USDT into your wallet. If you have some USDT in your spot wallet, go and convert it into BTC. Go and convert it into BTC. Any amount of USDT you have, the amount you want to trade in this market, you must have some BTC. So either you can go and buy in the trade market in your exchange, or the second way, which is the easier one, you can just go to convert option. Just go to convert option and convert your USDT into BTC. So when you are using convert option, one big advantage is you don't have to pay for any maker taker charges in the exchange. The exchange will charge zero fees. It will not charge anything. It will charge zero fees for converting. If you go to for trade market, if you go buy and selling, you have to pay some transaction fees also. So another thing you can do, if you have some other cryptocurrencies in your exchange that you don't want to use for trading, suppose I have some wet coin. I'm just taking an example. Previously I was trading in wet coin when I started 1 year back. So I had some wet coin. Maybe you have some other coin, but if you are not trading, one thing you should be sure of, you're not trading. You're not currently trading in this coin. You're just holding. If you are just holding, if you have some coin, a few of coins that you have holded, and you want to convert it into BTC, you can go to your exchange. Just use the convert option. Convert. You can convert VAT into BTC. You can convert BNB into BTC. You can convert Matic into BTC. Any coin you have, but make sure you don't have a running trade on this. You just have a separate crypto in your exchange, in your spot wallet, that you are not using for trading, right? So if you want to hold it, you can hold it. It is your decision. But if you want to use it for trading, just go and convert it into BTC. So in the same way, like you convert USDT to BTC, you can convert all other coins which you don't want to continue holding and don't want to continue trading. You can convert all these extra coins that are extra coins into BTC, right? So the purpose is to first start with a trading capital. So you must have some amount of BTC. So we will come to the point, how much BTC do you require, right? We will come and calculate it in a few minutes, right? So what you should do, we should go to your exchange and have some BTC in your wallet to start a trading, right? So when you come to BTC market, you find that we have almost six different pairs. So you can choose any one. There is no preference which is the best one, which is the second best, or which you should not trade. You can choose any one. So some people ask me, sir, which coin should I start? There are 6 of them. So I asked them that if your purpose is to go trade and withdraw immediately, you should look for a signal, right? You should wait for a signal that this coin is going to perform in the coming 1 or 2 hours, right? But if your purpose is to trade for a longer period, on a cycle trade for the next 1 year or maybe 2 years or maybe 3 years, then you don't have to choose or think about it. You can just go and trade whichever you like, because every coin has a up and down. Every coin goes up, then comes down. then goes up, then comes down, and it keeps on repeating, keeps on going up and down. This is the habit of the market. This is the habit, right? So just go and select any coin out of these, whichever you like, and start your trade. So suppose I go to LTC. Maybe I can check it here. Suppose I go to LTC. What you need to do? Just go to the create. Yeah, sorry. You just go to this bots option. So these are the new features of the upgraded version. If you have updated your Royalq, you will see these features. Go to bots and go to create bot and select this martingale strategy and create. Then go for the down bottom. This is the next one. Don't select this one. Don't select this one. This will take you to the circle. Go and select the below next button and you can start the trade now, right? You can start the trade. How you going to start the trade? Just go to the trade settings. Trade settings. So take out your pen and paper, and I'm going to show you 3 or 4 different ways, 3 or 4 different options that you can use. It depends on your capital. Everything depends on the capital. How much capital, how much BTC do you have, or how much capital do you have? You can choose any of these 3 or 4 methods, right? I will give you 3 main different styles of trading, right? So first thing you see here, when you come here on this trading page, you see that the minimum first buy in amount that is given by Royalq, that is 0.0002. So this is the minimum amount. You cannot go below this. Just so one thing you should do, one thing, when you open a new trade, you will see some default settings. These are all default settings. These are all default settings. You don't have to change anything. This is the one thing I love about Royalq, that even if you are a newcomer, if you don't know anything about how to set these parameters and who is going to guide me, how I'm going to change these figures, you don't have to change it, right? If you don't have any senior, any upline to support you, and if you don't know how to start a trade, just go to any coin and just use the default setting. These are the default settings that Royalq is telling you that this is the best strategy that you can have. If you want to change it, you can, right? But this is the best. So what is it telling you? The first buy is 0.0002, right? Margin call limit, you can change it according to your capital, but the best figure is 7, right? The best way is to trade 7 margin calls. You can reduce it also in future or increase it also, depends on your capital. So this is the amount of percentage you want to take on the trading, right? Trading profit. So how much take profit you want to have, you can set it here and call back here, and the buy in callback is set here, right? So if you want to change it, you can change, but it is just this is just the best one. The main thing, the most important that you want to calculate is this margin configuration. This is the most important thing. Other things you can keep the same, right? So just go to margin configuration and you can see these are our 7 calls. These are our 7 calls, and how you set it, that is according to you, according to your capital. So first, the best strategy, I will start with the best one and then give you the second best one, then give you the third best one. It is up to you which one you like, right? The best one, Royalq gives you the best one as a default setting. So if you don't change anything here, this is the best. This is the best. So what is this called? This strategy is called, double up. Maybe my writing is not so good. Double up. double up strategy. Why is it called double up? Because if you see here, this is a multiple buy in ratio, and after every next call, you are going to buy, you are asking the robot to buy double of the previous multiple buy in ratio, right? So if you buy 2 times, next call you will buy 4 times, then next double of 4, 8, double of 8, 16, double of 16, 32. So every time you are buying double. So that is why it is called double up. Why it is the best one? Because if you buy this way, if you buy in this strategy, if you buy double of what you bought before, what you are doing, you are moving the average price of all these calls closer and closer to the current price. So where you can check, I will go on the previous screen. From here we started, and you can see here, it is mentioned here, the average price, and this is the current price, right? So current price is always showing when you started it, because it is the current price. But this will start to show when the robot buys something, right? So every time the robot buys, this will change. Every time the robot buys something, this is going to change. And how can we help the robot to buy and sell faster? We all want to buy, we all want to buy, we all want to the robot to buy faster and faster, and we all want that the robot should sell faster. So how can the robot sell and buy faster? If we make these two figures closer and closer to each other. These are much closer, because the moment the current price is more than the average price, the moment robot sees that current price is more than the average price, and it looks here, what is your take profit ratio here? It looks here, what is your take profit ratio? And the moment it touches this thing, this figure, it sells and gives you profit. So if you want the robot to buy and sell very fast, very fast, so you need to have a strategy that brings these two prices together as close as they can be, right? So if you go for a double up strategy, this helps. This is the best strategy that is available in the market, that helps the average price come closer to the current price, right? So, but there is one challenge. There is one challenge with this strategy, because you are buying double of previous what you bought before. You need to have a good amount of capital. So this requires the maximum capital. This is, if you have a good capital, you can choose this one. This is the best one, right? The other thing you need to change here, is the margin call drop. So that depends on your risk appetite. How much risk you want to have. It is not a risk that you can have a loss. It is a risk that the market can go down, right? If the market drops, because as we always say, market is not our friend. Market is not our friend, but the market trend can be our friend. If we follow the trend, it is our friend, right? So if the market drops below from where we started, it is up to us how much percentage of drop do we want to cover. If we have a capital, we can cover as much as we want, right? So at present, that if you calculate all these figures, if you add up all these figures, that is in the left corner, so it will come to around 48% drop. it will go down. But we already saw that in the previous year, the market has already dropped to almost 60 to 70%. So we expect that it can drop to around 30% or maybe 20% from where it is, right? It can, but maybe it can drop further, right? So if it drops further, we can increase our calls and add more margin calls. But if you want to cover around 30%, that is a good average amount of what we can expect right now, because we see the market is going up right now. So what we can do, we can use these figures, and it should be around 30%. So what I would do, you can note it down. I will just come here and edit it and make it 1%, because the lesser percentage you give, the lesser margin call drop you give, the faster the Royalq will, the faster the robot will buy. Why? Because you can see here, I just changed it to 1%. So if I bought the this coin at the current price, and what I'm saying that if the price drops 1%, go and buy 2 times. Then again the market drops 1%, go and buy 4 times. So this way the robot is buying faster. But what if we keep the figures here, right, like it was before? So we are saying that if the market is going to drop 5.2%, then you should buy some new coins, right? But maybe from here to here, or maybe from 5% to 8%, the market is not falling so much. What we see in the market, the market is moving like this. So from here to here, maybe it is falling from here to here 1%, or maybe it is falling 3%, or maybe it is falling 5%, and then it is going up. So if we ask the robot to wait for 10% or 8%, maybe it will not buy much faster. So what is our strategy? The best strategy is to buy faster and sell faster also, right? Buy faster, we need to make it small. So first 2 calls we did 1 and 1%. Third call should be 2%. Fourth call again 2%. Again 2%. Then you can increase, because we also want to cover at least 30%. Then you can increase it, right? You can change it also as you like it. But this is my strategy. If you want, this is my preference. So in the last few calls, we give a higher percentage. Why? Because we don't expect that the market will drop so much that it can go below 6% and 10%, right? But in case it drops, then we will be able to cover this drop also. So if you set these figures, 1 1 2 2, then 6 6, and then 10, if you add all these percentage, you will have around 28% of drop. So we already had 28%. You can increase it also to 30%, or you can decrease it also maybe to 25%, right? The figures at the right that are the perfect. Don't need to change it, because it is double up. It is using the double up method, right? So how much capital do we require? That is the main point of concern. How much capital do we require using this strategy? Just go and add up all these numbers. Just go to calculator and add up all these numbers. So how will add it? We will go to our calculator. I will just show you one time so you can understand it very good. You can understand it well. So let me take you to the calculator. Maybe I'm going too slow, but I want that nobody should have any confusion. So that's why I'm not going too fast. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add up all the margin call, how much time the robot will buy. So first call was 2, then double, right? 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. We are doubling up every time. Plus 128 plus, no, this was the 7 calls, right? This is the total of all the 7 margin calls that I took, and it adds up to 254. But this is not complete. We must add another 1. Why? Because this is our first buy. You remember first buy in amount. It bought first time, then it started from 2, right? So this is actually the multiple times that the robot will buy. This is not dollars, this is not BTC. This is how much times will it buy, and how much times of what it will buy. It will buy the first buy in amount, whatever you have set in the first buy, it will multiply this and trade it, right? So how much was our multiple buy? How much was our first buy? We use the robot's default setting, and it says the minimum amount of first buy you can have, that is 0.0002. So if we multiply 255 by 0002, we have this figure. And what is this? This is the amount of BTC you must have to trade this coin. So how can we calculate how much is this? How much is this BTC? So just go to the current price. Can anybody tell me what is the current price of BTC at this moment? Can anybody go and check? Can anybody go and check? And who's the first one to tell me in the chat option? What is the current price? Quickly. Anybody can tell what is the current price of BTC right now? Just go and check. Who's going to tell me? Okay, so first person is a nice person. He's told me that the current price 22,652. So let me share the screen. 22652. Is it correct? 22652. So let's go to our calculator. Let's go to our calculator and let's calculate how much times we did we calculate it. 255 times, and we multiplied it with the first by 0.0002, and we got this, how much amount of BTC we must have to trade this coin. And what is the current price? If you multiply it with the current price, that is 22,600 something. So I just take a round figure just for example. 22,600. If this is the current price, this is the amount of USDT of capital in USDT that will. So if you have 11,000, sorry, if you have 1,150 amount of USDT, you can go and convert it to BTC. And how much BTC you will get? You will get 0.051 BTC. So if you go and convert it into BTC, this is the amount of capital you require to have this trade, right? 1152. So now some people say that I don't have this amount of capital. Some people come and say, I cannot afford this amount of capital. I just have around $500 or $600. So can I do it? Yes, of course you can do it. How can you do it? Just go and change the setting, and now you can have a different setting. This is the second best one. What is it called? It is called, just write it down in your notes. The first one was double up, right? The second one is called Fibonacci. So I will short it to FIB. Fibonacci strategy. How is it? How is it calculated? Just multiply. No, just add up the last two calls and give it to the third call. How? The first margin call is 2. Second call, you can have 3 times, right? Then add these two and write 5 here. I'm not editing it again because to save some time, you can just copy this. 2 plus 3 is 5. What is 3 plus 5? You can write 8 here. What is 5 plus 8? You can write 13 here, and so on. And so on. 13. After 13, it will be, after this is suppose 13, this is 21, then this is 34, then this is 55. And you can also do one thing. You can increase one more margin call here. So where should you go? You can go here and increase it to 8. You can increase it to 8 margin calls, because the lesser capital we use, we can have more margin calls. If we reduce the multiple times it will buy, right? So if you change it to 8 here, now you can see we have 8 margin calls, right? So you can change here and just now let me go to the calculator. And how much capital do we require? So just note it down. First call is 2, then 3, then 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. And 13 plus 8, the last two margin calls is 21. Then 21 plus 13 total, that is 34. And then 34 plus 21, the 8th margin call is 55. So the total we come here is 141. But don't forget to add 1, because this was the first buy. So we actually have 142 margin calls. Previously, we asked the robot to buy 255 times. So now we just want to buy 142 times. So what we will do, you will first multiply it with the first buy in amount 0002, and this is the amount of BTC that we need. This is the amount of BTC that we need. And if we multiply it with the current price, that is 22,600 something. So we just need $641. If you don't have $1,100, if you don't have $1,000, if you have around $600 or $650, you can go with the second best option, that is a Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci. And don't forget to change the percentage also here in this column. The percentage here, you can edit it according to you. Just make sure that all these figures should add up to 28 to 30%, right? That is a fair amount of drop that we can have, right? So just reduce it to 28% drop. You can go like maybe first 3 margin calls you have, then 2, 5, 5. In this way, you can add up to 7, right? So you can change it accordingly. Just you need to fit it to 28 or 30%. That is enough, right? So in this way, we can trade this coin if we have 600 or 650 around USDT with us. But for another person, one other person that came to me and asked me, what if we have less than 600? Suppose we have 300 or 350. Can we still trade? Yes, you can use the third best. The third best is called, the third strategy is called plus 1. So as the name says, just add 1 on every margin call. Still you can use this strategy. So the main logic behind all these strategies is just one thing that you must understand. We must buy a bigger amount than we bought previously, right? So if we keep on adding something some more some more some more capital to it. Every time we trade, every time we buy something, we buy more than what we bought before. We are reducing the average price and we are making it closer to the current price, right? But the best strategy that I told you, that is the double up. The second best that I told you is the Fibonacci. And now let's go to the third best. What you do? Start with 2, then add 1 to it. 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 1 5, and so on. So what you can do to use this strategy, you can also increase your margin calls, and we can have at least 10 margin calls. That depends on your capital. If you have little capital, you can make 7 also, or 8, or maybe 10. So I will go for 10. And now we have a 10 margin calls. So one thing, before I forget, you can change this margin call drops according to you. Just divide around 30%. Just divide around 30% in all these 10 margin calls, right? All these 10. So don't try to make it equal. You can also do equal also. You can all divide it equally, but the best way is to increase it, right? So what you can do, you can keep first 4 margin calls or maybe 5 margin calls as 1. The first 4 or 5 margin calls should be little percentage, so that the robot buys quickly in the first margin calls and it goes into the sub bin mode. Then you can increase from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, 6, 7 in this way, add up to around 30%, right? And this I already told you, just increase 1. So what you can do now, let us calculate. If we have less than 600 or maybe less than $500, what we can do? Just add 1. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11. So we have these 10 margin calls. We have this 10 margin calls and the total is 65. But don't forget to add 1 because this is the first buy, and this is 66 times, right? So if we want to buy 66 times, what is the figure that it will buy? It will buy 0.0002. That is the first buy in amount. So actually we require a BTC of this quantity. This is the quantity of BTC where we must have in order to start this trade. And what is the value we require? If we multiply it with the current value, that is 22,600. So you can see we just arranged it, we just fit it to around $300, right? So you just need around $300. If you have $300, you can use the plus one. If you have around $650, you can use the second best one. This is the third best. This is the second best. But the number one, the best strategy, that is called double up. If for that you have at least $1,100, right? So these are the 3 options that you can have. It depends on your capital. How much capital do you have? And if you have a little capital, suppose someone starts with the plus one with $300, and in future, maybe next month or after a few days, he adds up some more capital to it. Maybe he adds up $300 more from somewhere. So he can change it anytime because this is a semi-automatic. So you can change it and shift it to the second best one. If you have around $600, you can shift later to, you can change it anytime and shift the strategy to Fibonacci, right? And you suppose you have another $500 from here in future, you can shift it to number one, that is the double up. with 1100 capital, right? So this is how we calculate. In the last maybe we have around 5 minutes more. In the last 2 or 3 minutes, what if someone says that I just started, I am a very poor person, I just $100, that too I just arrange it from somewhere, I just have $100. So will the robot will not buy for me? Will the robot will not accumulate? Yes, you can. I told you, as start as little capital do you have, start from where you are and start from what you have. Even if someone has $100, what he can do, just go and divide how much BTC you will have. How much BTC can you have? So go to your exchange and convert it into BTC. So if I convert it into BTC, that is currently 22,600. So this is the amount of BTC I will get in $100. So first step is to convert to BTC and have a base currency. So suppose I have 0.0044 in my account. So I can reduce it to shorter figure, 0.00. How much it was? Let me calculate again. Divided by 22,600. 0.0042, right? So 0.0044, 0.0044. Suppose I have this figure. I have just this amount of BTC that I bought for $100, and I know that the minimum first buy that I can buy with this is 0.0002. This is the first buy in amount. So now we can calculate. Just divide your amount of BTC with the first buy. That is the first step you should do. Divide your amount of the quantity of BTC that you have in your wallet, whatever quantity, divided by the first buy in amount. The first buy is 0.0002, and you have now how much time you can buy. So you can buy 22 times, right? You can buy 22 times. So we must keep this figure in our mind. We must keep this figure in our mind, and I will just show you different strategies how we can fit into this, right? So the best strategy which was double up. So suppose I start from here, 2 plus 4 plus 8. So just keep an eye here. This should not be more than 22. The moment it is more than 22, that robot will stop working. It will give you a message, my dear, you have insufficient balance. So what is 2 plus 4 plus 8? It is 14. Plus, if I buy the fourth call, it will require 16, right? So this is more than 22. Now we have to reduce it. So how much will I want to reduce it? If I bought 14 times still here, and I have 22 total, the total number of times that will buy. So just subtract it with 22, just subtract it, and we know that we can buy 8 times more, right? So in this way we can go for 2 plus 4 plus 8, and then again 8. So this will add up to 20. So you need to reduce the margin calls to 4 margin calls. सबसे पहले, firstly, reduce the margin calls to 22. Oh, sorry, reduce the number of margin calls to 4, from 7 to 4, right? So in this way, you are just buying 4 margin calls, and one thing you can do, you can trade on one shot, right? The first 4 margin calls, and this way you can use the double up. If you want to reduce the Fibonacci, you can also do 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. And if we have 22 times, so we already bought 18 times, then we can have 4 times more, right? In this way, we can use the Fibonacci. This is the Fibonacci. So in this way, we added 5 margin calls, right?
You can see here. Oops. Let me share it again. So in this way, we have now 5 margin calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we use Fibonacci, we have one more margin call. And what if we want to use the +1 strategy? +1 strategy. Oh, sorry. One thing I forgot. Let me correct for you. And I apologize. Don't add 1. So just start with 1. Because first buy, we need to buy at the first time we buy. So this was the first buy. Then we started with the first margin call. That is 2 times, then 3 times, then 5 times, then 8 times. And now we are left with 19 times, and we have 22 times. So we can buy 2 times more. So in this way, we have 5 margin calls. This is the first buy. This is the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So in this way, we can buy 22 times. So maybe we can buy 3 times in the last call. So in this way also, you can design your strategy. And if we want to use the +1, that is the simplest one. So start with the first buy, then add 1, add 1, add 1, add 1, keep on adding 1. And we know we have 22, and just we have 1 time left. So don't buy 1 time in the last call. Just increase the last call to 7, right? So this way we can buy. This is the first buy. This is the number 1 margin call. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can use this strategy also. This is the +1. So we can design our strategy as we want, and everything depends on our capital. But one thing always we should remember, that every next time that we are buying more. Every next time that we are buying, we are adding something to it. Just keep on adding. Don't buy like this. Which is the worst strategy? The worst strategy that will help you increase your floating. Anybody wants to increase their floating loss? Anybody wants to increase that have a anybody wants to have a lot of floating loss? So if you want to have a lot of floating loss, you can use this strategy: 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. Keep on adding 1 time every time. Keep on buying 1 time. So if you use this strategy, that is the worst strategy, and don't use it. This is my last advice. Don't use it unless you want to see some good amount of floating loss, right? So this is how we accumulate. And every time the robots buys and sell for you, it will keep on giving you more and more of BTC. Because one thing you must remember, if we trade in the BTC market, we earn the profit in form of BTC. Just like we trade in USDT market, and the profit is given to you in the form of USDT. So if we trade in BTC market, the robot will buy the other coin, and when it sells the other coin, it will give you more BTC than before. So your profit will be added, and this will help you accumulate more and more of BTC. So if you trade on this strategy and use this robot and keep on trading for the next coming 1 year or maybe 2 years, you just wait and keep on trading, keep on doing it every day. Just don't stop. And what you will do, you will accumulate more and more of BTC. Even starting with a small capital, you can have a bigger amount of BTC. And when the next halving comes, and when the next all-time high price is created to $1 billion, you will be the happiest person in the world. You will be the most happiest person, and you can show to your friends that I was at the right time, at the right place, and I did the right thing using the right
wonderful robot in the world that helped me to become wealthy and rich person. So this is it from my side today. Thank you so much for listening to me. And over to you, Leader Julius, if you can hear me. Thank you so much. Leader Julius, if you are here, you can conclude the session, and maybe you want to add some insights. I cannot see Leader Julius here. Maybe he's busy somewhere else. So I would like to invite my senior. I can see Doris Angel, Miss Doris Angel. She is my senior in this Royalq to help me conclude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my leader, Coach Manish. We really appreciate this eye-opening session. Good morning to you all. I'm Doris Angel, connecting from Germany. I believe we are all doing great, and we have learned a lot from this session. I wouldn't talk too much because we've spent a lot of time here, but it's always important to take note of such meetings. Okay, take notes. You need to get your pen and your notebook so that you jot the important notes down. Aside that too, there is a YouTube channel called Crypto Ambassador. I have actually posted the link here on the meeting chat. So kindly get this YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime there is a session, you are going to be alerted. That you can also find a recorded version. This session was actually streamed live. After it, you are going to still see the recorded version on the YouTube. So you can watch it later. I always say you cannot learn everything in one day. It has to be a continuous thing, you understand? So it's not like you just attend today, then that is all, because every day we learn new things. And with the Royalq app, the application keeps updating. They keep updating the app every day. So it's your duty to attend these free sessions, okay, if you have time. But if you do not have time, you just go to YouTube and check out the recorded version. Thank you all for attending this meeting. Thank you, my great leaders across the globe. We really appreciate. And thank you, my host, once again. I'm so happy and grateful and proud that you are in my team. Thank you, Coach Manish. Have a nice day to you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Leader Doris. It's an equal honor to have you as my senior, and I am so blessed to have you to be a little part in your team. And thank you so much, Leader Julius, wherever you are. So thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my insights, my knowledge with all of you, lovely people. And thank you most the lovely audience, the lovely participants that just bear with me and stayed and listened to me for the last two hours. And this shows that how much serious are you for towards your career, towards your future. So I hope I was a little helpful for all of you. And thank you so much, and see you next time in some other session. Thank you so much.